Advance warning, yes, it is thundering and lightning outside. So you'll probably be able to hear that. This hair is so pretty and I wanted to do another sort of chat with me while I take it down like I did in my Oppenheimer review. So I've taken the pins out of this front section. I kind of sectioned out the whole sort of from my ears forward for most of this beehive, and then I didn't have enough to quite cover the middle. So I took a section from the back and just laid it over the front and did like little curls. Like you can see, that's really pretty. So we're just going to take the pins out. I have seen so many people recently saying that they really want to get into dressing vintage, but that they are nervous about what people will think. You know, they don't know if they're ready to be the vintage person kind of in their school or in their community, and they're worried that people are going to laugh at them. I know that for a lot of people, there's a chance that people might laugh at you no matter what you do, and you should just go for it argument. You know, that's great if you're already fairly self-confident, but I know there are a lot of people who struggle with, you know, anxiety, social anxiety, kind of general fear of people. So here are some tips for that. Number one is to go in sort of smaller sections, going from never dressing vintage at all to wearing, you know, a full vintage outfit and vintage hair and makeup. That's a lot. So maybe instead of that, you can start by wearing a ponytail with a little like front roll, or doing a sort of like front pin curl thing in your hair, or wearing a hairscarf in a slightly vintagey way, and wearing, instead of like a full-on red or cranberry lipstick, you can wear sort of a softer pink or coral. That was also quite popular in like the 40s or 50s, depending on what era you're going for. And you can go for a more casual silhouette. You can, oh, that was a big one. There it is. You can also try a more casual vintage silhouette. So for example, a cool printed t-shirt and then high-waisted capris or jeans, or a skirt, and then kind of ease yourself into the more authentic or more kind of obvious vintage clothes. People might say something to you, obviously, if you change your style, no matter what it is before and what you change it to. People might notice and people might comment, but I promise most people are way nicer than you think they're going to be. A lot of people wish that they had the confidence to do something like what you are trying to do, which is evolve your personal style in a way that's authentic to you. A lot of people wish that they could do that. And yes, sometimes when people don't feel like they have the courage to do that, they might take that out on you. But to an extent, you kind of have to try and let those things slide off the duck's back. Because you cannot please everyone, and it is way more important to be happy in yourself. When you are 80 years old, you are not going to care what Ruth in college or high school or sixth form or at work thought of you. You are just going to remember how good you felt in that outfit or in that style, and how good you felt doing something for yourself. So gradually, as you get more used to the attention, and also as people get used to the way that you dress, the sense of self-consciousness and also the feeling of people being kind of curious about this new thing that you're doing, your self-confidence will increase and the curiosity will decrease as people just kind of get used to it, and you will forget that there was ever a time when you weren't confident enough to dress the way you wanted. So I really hope that that helped, and have an amazing school year.